be nice to people that you're around. Because
Absolutely.
you never know who you're sitting next to.
Exactly.
And that might be that person that God put you with to get you to that next level.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because when you look back, I know I look back at my life, I got a little bit more years than you. I can see there was pivotal moments in my life where I was introduced to people. When I look back now, I go, wow, I didn't think he was going to be my partner in this or that or the other thing. Yo, it's your host, Phil Wham Bam Benamino. It's another Wham Bam Wednesday, baby. You know, the show about ordinary people who've done extraordinary things. And today I got a treat for you. But before I introduce this guy to you, I got to tell you, subscribe, baby. Go down there, click the button. It takes zero effort to click that little button right there. Make sure you hit all alerts as well so you can follow us. Help us out. Because there's guests like today, Jarian Green in the house, who's a solo artist who wouldn't be here if it weren't for you. Jarian, what's up, buddy? How are you?
I appreciate you having me. Man. You got a lovely place here.
Thank you. Well, it's great to have you in town. I know you're from Tennessee. Is that right?
It's Chattanooga, born and raised.
Chattanooga, born and raised.
Yes, sir.
A lot of people come from Chattanooga now. It's getting a little, you're starting to get some artists out there. We had a couple artists in there, a lot of athletes coming out of there. In fact, I was just at the UFC with Torres Finney. Is from Chattanooga. He's out there training and stuff down there.
Yes, sir.
At a place called Scrapyard.
Scrapyard. Okay.
Yeah,
That's an interesting
Scrapyard
name.
MMA, man. So he's now in the UFC. He's a fighter there. So, but yeah, he lives over there in Chattanooga.
Okay. I've heard Will talk about him a couple times. So
Yeah.
Definitely. I'm gonna have to tap into him. I'm gonna keep up with him.
Yeah. So let's talk about yourself a little bit. So recording artist, you're a solo artist. Tell us a little about yourself. Music. How did you get into that?
Honestly, music started as a therapy thing for me because I was going through something at the time, and I've always been told that music is therapeutic. And all my life, I feel like people around me have been making music and like trying to get me into it, but I was just never really interested.
So what were you going through? You said you were going through something at the time.
Heartbreak, you know what I'm saying? Like
Heartbreak?
First like real
God,
one,
that
like
crush.
the first real.
Talk to me. We all have had them, man.
Oh, yeah, most
Everybody had
definitely.
them, and they haven't. They're going to. It's part of life, right?
Absolutely. But yeah,
Was it your first heartbreak?
yeah, it was my first real one.
Yeah.
My first real one.
And then all of a sudden, you got all these words in your head, and you start thinking, I got to start writing music.
It definitely wasn't words. It was more emotions. It was, I don't know. Like starting music for me was definitely just like a big leap because I ain't gonna say I was ever like scared to do music or nothing like that, but like it definitely was something that I had never even thought about doing.
You know, I should ask you this because I want to take it for granted. What style of music is it? Country?
No,
You look like a country artist to me.
I look like a country. That's crazy.
There's some really good country artists now.
No, there's definitely a few out there. I'm more like R&B, pop, EDM type of vibe.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Most definitely.
Yeah. So is that how you first got? I mean, who did you really model after? Who did you like growing up? To?
I don't really say that I like model myself after people. I know who I listen to. Obviously, like Chris Brown, Tory Lanez, Lil Durk, Lil Baby, like stuff like that. Like I like a lot of newer artists. I ain't gonna say I like older stuff for real, but I like a lot of newer artists, and that's kind of where I got my sound from.
Gotcha. So you got this heartbreak. You decided, boom, you start, writing some lyrics down, songwriting too, doing it all. So bring us on that journey. Go back to the first time you actually created your first song.
Man.
What it was like. Because it's not easy doing music. I've been around music myself, so I was fortunate. My daughter actually is a music artist as well. So
oh, really? Okay.
I spent some time. We learned the hard way along the journey, making videos, making music that turned out we didn't own. So things have changed now. So you got a lot more resources at your hands.
Yeah.
So tell us a little about the first time when you made your first song. What was it?
I made my first song. I got it saved in my phone, January 9th, 2022, like the exact date.
There you go.
Honestly, it was kind of hard to write my first song because like never having done it before, it was like, where do I even start? Like I didn't know how to even set up my GarageBand, which is on my phone. I was recording on my phone, sitting in the car with like some Apple headphones.
That's
like,
awesome. That's
so you know what I mean? So I done came a long way
now.
for sure. Yeah. A lot of people blowing up like that now.
Yep.
But yeah, it was. I didn't really know how to write a song. I always knew that you got to put passion and your feelings into the song. So I just started writing what I was feeling. Like it didn't really rhyme. It wasn't like my vocals wasn't good. None of that. It was really trash. I was just showing my girl the other day actually for the first time. But it was an interesting process. But after I wrote the first one, I listened back to it and I knew it wasn't like good. But I knew I had something. Like I knew I could do it if I wanted to. Yeah. And from there, I just started like taking it serious. I started making 5-6 songs a day, sitting in the car.
Really?
Yeah, every single day.
Using the car in the driveway, just boom, I'm using the car to do it.
Yeah, pretty much
Where
in
are
the
you getting your
driveway.
beats? Where are you getting the music from?
Straight from
creating that
YouTube.
too?
Straight from
Okay.
YouTube.
So just popping things in and just starting to write and everything.
Pretty
When
much.
did you realize that, you know what, this is something that I actually kind of want to do?
The first time I touched the stage.
Yeah?
Yeah, the first time I touched like a decent stage was for a boxing match. Actually, it was an intermission for Roger the Hitman. I don't know if you've ever heard of him, but yeah, I did an intermission for him. And when I was out there in the middle of the ring, the spotlights was on and the crowd was out there and they was vibing to the music. Even though they wasn't coming there for me, they was still liking the music, and it was just, it was a good experience. And there was probably like 800 people out there, maybe.
Give me a couple bars, man. Give me a couple
bars.
bars.
Oh,
come on, man.
Listen,
Let me hear
on the
the
spot
pipes,
is
man.
crazy.
Come on, give me something. Give me something.
I can't even freestyle and everything. I can't even do it. I can't even do it.
Come on.
I can't even do it. But now everybody could definitely check me out.
Listen, Ruben
Jarian
Stutter
Green.
sat in there. Q Parker sat right where you are.
Who?
They gave me some
Okay.
bars. Ruben Stutter, Q Parker,
Okay.
Pretty famous guys out there.
Some bars. I'll play some music. I ain't got nothing off the top of the dome though. On spot it's kind of on the spot.
Where can we find your music?
You can find my music on all platforms: Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, anywhere you can find music. You can find my music.
We're gonna definitely play some of that. We gotta hit some of that stuff up for sure.
Yeah, y'all go tap in.
So
Jarian
you're in the boxing ring, you're in the middle match, and then boom, you didn't get any booze then. So that was a good sign.
Definitely.
Were you scared? Were you nervous?
No, I thought I would be nervous. I don't know, but I feel like all my life I've kind of been in front of big crowds, so going up there wasn't really that bad for me. It was just a new experience doing it with music this time instead of just speaking to people.
Gotcha. Now, you getting siblings in your household?
Yeah, I got 2 younger brothers, Jordan and Calix. Shout out y'all. They are 20 and 11.
Now, are they in music at all?
Jordan actually just started playing the guitar not too long ago, so
Okay.
he's definitely in the music. And then my youngest brother, Calix, he liked to go in my room and record on my Pro Tools and stuff every now and then. So
Yeah. Now, what about yourself? Do you play any instruments at all?
no, but I definitely want to learn. Guitar and piano are like the main 2 that I'm trying to learn. For
Yeah,
sure.
they always say piano's good, especially for a singer. You always want to hit that up first. Normally, the guitar's hard. To me, 6 strings was too hard for me. I had to go to a bass. It was only 4 strings.
Okay. Oh, you play instruments?
Yeah,
Okay.
I play a little bit. I messed around a little bit.
Smooth. What all you play?
Huh?
What all you play?
Rock, baby. I'm a rock and roll guy.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Smooth, rock and roll. All right.
Absolutely,
I like
absolutely. But so being young, obviously getting out there, you've only done this a couple of years, and already you've gotten a bunch of songs and hits out there right now today. Tell me a little about that process. I know music is so competitive now, and it's so easy to kind of have your own platform. Like, what are you doing? What would you tell other kids? Like, what are you doing to grow and to help you push your music along?
What would I tell other to push their music on?
Yeah.
Definitely push their music on everything you can. But to actually grow, I feel like you definitely need to take the business side of music way more serious than most people realize. Because the business aspect is what's gonna get you in the door. Like that's what's gonna get you to the platforms. That's because I feel like it's all about who you know, not what you know. Because certain people will open the right doors for you that money just can't open. You know what I'm saying? So
There's truth to that.
most definitely.
Yeah.
So I just would tell people to take the business side more seriously. Build you a team. You can go way further with a team. You know what I'm saying? It's a couple things in there. Yeah,
It's funny, and I'm glad you brought that up, but I'll even throw this out there too. You never know, and I tell people this all the time, be nice to people that you're around. 'Cause
Absolutely.
you never know who you're sitting next to.
Exactly.
And that might be that person that God put you with to get you that next level.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because when you look back, I know I look back at my life, I got a little bit more years in than you, but I can see there was pivotal moments in my life where I was introduced to people that I didn't think that when I look back now, I go, wow, I didn't think he was going to be my partner in this or that or the other thing.
Absolutely.
Type of thing. So music is one of those things. Likewise, you can get around the wrong crowd too. How do you keep away from that noise as well?
Nowadays, I'm very selective of who I keep around me. Like I have a vetting process. Like if we don't have the same values, the same morals, the same type of character, I'm not gonna say I don't like you, but I'm gonna keep my distance because I know we probably gonna not get along. We might bump heads or something. We might have some disagreements, but if we all got the same characters, morals, values, and stuff like that, then we all trying to move in the same direction, then we can work together.
Gotcha. So if you go in a studio with a producer, what are you looking for? What are some of the things that you like?
As far as like the actual beat selection and stuff,
Just
or
being
the
in a
creation?
like you walk into a studio, what's the first couple things that really, is on your mind that you want to see? Obviously you got a producer, you don't really know him, you know of him maybe. For example, I have Black Elvis in here, okay, Grammy Award producer. If you were to walk in the studio, what are some things that you would look for to help you vibe and know that, okay, this is a guy I can work with?
Well, I
'Cause
actually
everybody's different.
Yeah, I actually recently just got a main producer, Wayne on the beat. Shout out Wayne on the beat. You know what I'm saying? I actually just got him probably like a month ago. So really, it was up until like a month ago. It was really me pulling beats from YouTube at my house,
Gotcha.
and then just buying them from whoever created it on YouTube. So getting in there with a real producer is something that I still have not like experienced, like making a beat from scratch. But based on me going off beats from YouTube, what I'm looking for when I do my beat selection and stuff like that is just the vibe that it gives me. Like if I listen to it and it made me okay, I feel this, I feel like this is bringing some type of emotion out of me, then I'll use the beat.
Gotcha. Now, when you're, do you do any freestyling, or are you actually writing lyrics to this as you're going?
I'm a punch-in artist, so like I don't actually write, but I'll mumble until I figure out what words I want to say, and then I'll say it. And then I'll do the next bar, and I build the song like that.
Gotcha. So you're constantly recording yourself, I'm sure, over and over again.
Yeah.
How do you test it? How do you know if that's the right way? Your right way might not be the world's right way, right? What sounds good to you might not be something that somebody else likes. Do you do any test markets? I mean, how do you know, like, man, this is a good line, I like this line, it works for me, but maybe there's a better line out there? Do you ever, how do you test market those types of things?
Really, for me personally, I just record the entire song, and then I have people around me who I trust with my music, and who I feel like will give me an honest opinion, and I value an honest opinion. So I send it to them, and I let them critique it, and I kind of like make my adjustments based off that. Especially because I feel like the people around me and the people that I send my music to, they know me the best. So like they'll know if my music is like really like true to me type.
Has anybody ever said it's just no good? I mean, you called yourself. You said your first one was trash.
Yeah, I don't.
Like, what makes you say it was trash? Your trash is probably somebody's gold.
Listen, if I played it for you right now, you would. I'm telling you. But now, what was the question again? What makes me feel like it was trash?
Yeah.
Really the quality, and like sometimes when I deliver certain bars, like it might not hit the way I want it to. And if it's like that throughout the whole song, then I'll just go ahead and be like, okay, I need to go back, rework on this verse. I need to redo this part on the song, whatever it may be. So, but eventually I'll get it from trash to not trash.
Gotcha. Most of your work you're doing now, is it at home or is it in the studio? You on studios now?
It's still at home. I just have the beat pack at my house on my desktop. I load up the beat, I record it, and then I'll send my vocals and my stems off to my mix engineer.
God, that's amazing. It's so easy now.
Definitely.
You don't have to put this big financial investment into a studio or studio time to get that stuff.
Absolutely.
Now, what is your plan once you find a song you feel like, okay, it's a pretty good hit, you put it out there, you're getting a good response? Are you going to try to bring it in the studio, clean it up, do those types of things?
Yeah. If I feel like the song is good enough for me to drop, and everybody, I ain't gonna say everybody around me likes it, because it's gonna be people who don't like my music, and that's fine. But once I feel like it's at a point where I'm ready to deliver, I'll go ahead and get it mixed. I'll go ahead and shoot a video for it. I'll go ahead get all the copyrights done, get all the paperwork done, split sheets. Anytime I need to do split sheets, go ahead and get that done, and bring it to market.
So let's talk about split sheets, because some of the viewers, I'm sure, that are listening probably wondering, what the heck is a split sheet? Explain to people what a split sheet is.
A split sheet is just a way for you to separate who gets what based on how well the song does. So like, you got a producer and you got an artist. Both of those individuals go into the song making process. So when the song blows up and the song makes money, everybody involved on the creation of that track needs to be able to get paid off that. Right. So that's essentially what a split sheet is. It's just determining who gets what percentage of the song.
Right. It's so funny, and the reason why I say that, because I remember the very first time we didn't have that, and that's why I said, we learned things the hard way. Nowadays it's good that young artists like yourself understand the process of it all, and of course you have so much access now with YouTube and everything out there, so you know what to look for. The thing is, when you're getting paid through BMI or whatever platform you're on, what are you doing with the money? That's the other part of it all, because it is a business, and ultimately people are like, oh man, I made 10 G's, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go buy me some new shoes and buy me something, but you forgot you gotta pay taxes on that too. There's other things that come with that, right? What is your ultimate goal with your music?
Goal with my music? I feel like music is just the way to get me to where I really want to go, because music has always been like, well, since I started, it's been a hobby up until recently. But I do feel like music can get me the influence that I want to have, because I want to influence people to be better, in a sense, for not say lack of better terms, but just to simplify it. Because I'm a big motivational mindset. I read a lot of books. I'm one of those people. So I feel like I have something to bring of value to the world.
You got to read mine. Did you read my book yet?
Oh, you already know I'm going to check it out.
You got Money Management for Beginners.
Hey,
right
I'm going to
there,
go get
buddy.
it right after this.
You better.
Right after this.
Better. There you go. So you know what to do with that first check.
Absolutely. Most definitely.
So again, go ahead, finish up with what your goals are with the music.
Eventually I want to get into real estate, like multifamily. I want to own apartment complexes. I definitely want to invest back into my city as far as putting more musical activities and musical real estate down there. Because I know, like we was talking about before, there are a lot of artists coming out of the city, and they just need somewhere to like really be able to go expose themselves, get the notoriety, and get the exposure that they really need. And I want to really create a hub for that in my city.
Nice.
So.
Now, do you consider yourself a better singer or a better performer?
Ooh.
Because with singing, you got to perform, right?
Yeah. Okay. That's a good question. I've never been asked that before.
Well, thank you. I got a few.
Yeah. All right. I definitely feel like right now I'm a better singer just because I haven't performed as much as I want to. But I know later down the road, like when I get more experience on the stage, I'm gonna be a way better performer. I feel like I'm a great performer right now. Yeah. Everybody should come see me right now. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I try to do it all. I want to sing, dance.
Can you dance?
Yeah.
Can you dance?
I'm gonna take dancing lessons.
Yeah,
I used to be able to dance a little bit.
That. That's good. You're putting something into yourself.
Most definitely.
Yeah, choreograph is really, really different, especially when you got a team behind you. Because you're like, bam, I got to sing, I got to breathe.
Absolutely.
Like, it's a lot with it. People don't realize that. They just watch it. They're there for the entertainment, but they don't realize what goes into it. Start singing and start running around dancing, and you're breathing like this. And you're trying to catch your breath and everything else.
I'm already knowing. I practice in my room all the time.
There you go. Hey. And then all of a sudden you got girls jumping on stage trying to get you. You know, you got security guards. You got all kinds of things happening. See?
All right. People be passing out in the crowd.
There you go. Exactly. Hi, I'm Phil Benamino, CEO and founder of Cost Plus Processing, the company that provides financial services to your business. We provide things such as POS systems, ATM machines, and check services. One of the biggest things that we strive ourselves here at Cost Plus Processing is our customer service. We are an A+ rated with the BBB with customer service, and we're proud to say we're here in the United States with all of our customer service agents. Our objective is to actually teach you and educate you about the costs that you're currently paying and show you ways where you can eliminate those costs that you no longer have to pay. One of the biggest programs that are out there today is our dual pricing program, where you actually can offer your customers now a choice of how they want to pay. Do they want to pay with cash or do they want to pay with card? And if they pay with card, it actually helps you to absorb the card fees, so you no longer have to pay the fees like you've done for many, many years. Cost Plus Processing aligns ourselves with some of the top POS companies out there in the industry today. For example, we have perfected the car dealership industry, and our dedicated team are equipped to manage a variety of online payment forms and financing options that merchants require in this advanced ecosystem of payments. If you have a restaurant, we are proud to be able to manage the ongoing difficulties that arise from this fast-paced industry, and you're looking for pay at the table, where customers can easily swipe their cards, tap their cards, and make their payments with tip, and also have a choice of how they want to pay, we have the solutions for you here at Cost Plus. We want to help other small business owners make their dreams come true by providing the best financial support. From barbershops to liquor stores, having the ability to take payments, schedule online, and make calculating tip sharing an easy task only helps business owners put more attention and money into what really matters the most. Also, Cost Plus Processing is on the front end of AI. We can also provide you kiosks for your business, so customers can walk over to the kiosk and order anything that they want. Likewise, if you're having problem getting employees in the kitchen to work, we can also provide you robots that will actually deliver your food straight to the customer. I want to thank you for the time that you took to learn a little bit about Cost Plus Processing, and most importantly, why we are the future of merchant processing. So you talked about, doing the boxing thing. Have you done any other performances anywhere else?
I've done stuff in Ohio. I opened up for Afro Man in Miamisburg, Ohio. I think that's where it was at.
Oh, yeah?
I did a performance in front of Young Buck, and I want to say we was in Cookeville. That's what I want to say.
Okay.
Yeah, Cookeville. And then I've done a few other smaller shows.
Now, when you're doing those shows and you're opening up for them, how many songs do you perform? What are you doing?
Anywhere from 3 to 5, 3 to 6.
3 to 5. Now, when you go, are you going by yourself? You got a band? You got a group? What's happening?
Up until, let me see, 2 weeks ago, I did an event in my city. It's called Nightfall. That was my first time with a live band. I had a drummer, I had a guitarist, and I had a DJ. Shout out DJ Mike, Charlie Ross, Dustin Mitchell. Shout out all y'all. Y'all know what I'm saying? That was my first time with an actual live band. But before that, I was doing everything by myself. Just beat play, and I do my thing.
Gotcha. Is it easier by yourself, or do you like it better with a group?
I feel like it's easier by myself simply because I can control myself. I don't have any other control over the other guys or, what they do. But it's more fun with the other guys.
Yeah.
It's definitely more fun.
It's always fun unless you got drama. Mm-hmm. Let's be real. Because everybody sometimes, life happens and everybody, goes through things differently at different times. And unfortunately, it can affect the outcome of your show.
Absolutely.
Type of thing. So it is important to have the right people around you and stuff. That's kind of what I was getting at too at the studio. I had a actor, or I'm sorry, actually there was a rapper that was in here before, and they said, every time student they needed pot, they needed, they had their drugs, they had everything lined up, and it was like that was part of the process. And they knew when he walked in, they were going to have that stuff. And I got to be honest, is that something that's a must for you? Like, is that something like
Nope.
Do you need to get high? Do you need to have that creative part? Is that something you look for?
Nah, because that's not really the way I started music. Like when I started music, I was sober. Like I was just going through it. And I fell in love with music while being sober. So like I don't need to have my mind be elsewhere while I'm trying to do what I love to do.
That's great.
So,
That's good. That's good. I never understood it because, now it's gotten dangerous, with it all too, because you don't know. People are under the influence. They think they're vibing better, they're creative better, but then boom, it just hits a nerve and then the guns come out.
Yep.
And unfortunately in the music business, that gets to be a problem. So it is important that you know who you're hanging out with and who you're not.
Absolutely.
Because them stories are real. So fortunate you're keeping your nose clean, sounds like.
Absolutely.
And sounds like you got a good crew with you, so they're going to look out for you.
Absolutely.
Which is important.
They already have. They've been looking at me for, hey.
That's great. So listen, your dream thing, you close your eyes, you say, man, I want to see myself performing on stage. Where? Yeah. Where's that spot?
Honestly, I know people like go to stadiums, like big stadiums, but I want to perform at the Garden.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Madison
Garden's
Square?
like, yeah. They say when you get to the Garden, you've made it.
MSG, that is facts.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie with that. That is facts.
That's probably like the dream, the Garden.
So you remember that. So you're going to keep this. This is going to be evergreen. We're going to be this podcast.
Absolutely.
And you're going to be like, man, remember that day I said that?
Absolutely.
So when you're performing there, you'll be like, yeah, you bring Wham Bam there. And they say, man, we did it. I made it.
Yeah. Can I hand you the mic when I get up there?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Say no more. Say no more.
Yeah. I'll say something for sure.
All right, bet. Yeah.
That's cool. That's good. What about duets and stuff? Do you thinking about putting anybody on your music with you and collaborating and stuff? Because I know it's a big thing right now, especially trying to get your name out there.
Yeah. I haven't done too many collabs and features and stuff like that, but now at the position that I'm in, I'm definitely trying to do a lot more of that. Because now I'm at a point where like I'm really ready to push myself to market. Before, when I was pulling beats from YouTube and all that, I didn't have none of my business out right. So like if I would have really presented myself to the market and reached the success that I was trying to get at that time, it would have backfired. I probably would have got sued, all type of stuff. But now that I got my business in order and I'm a better artist because I've had more time to make more songs, I'm definitely at the point where I have open verses. I'm willing to send them out. I'm not going to charge nothing for a feature right now. Like I'm doing it for straight love. If you sound good, I'm going to put you on it and we're going to put it out. We can shoot a video to it. We can do whatever you want to.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. I noticed that's more and more people are having to do that just to get the following. Because at the end of the day, even a Madison Square Garden, they want to know who's following you.
Yeah.
They want to know what is your crowd like? What are you going to bring to us?
Absolutely.
Right? That's what everybody wants. They want to know that. Currently, right now, where can people find you? Where are you? You on all platforms? You're on TikTok? You're on IG?
It's Jarian Green official on pretty much any platform. Like if you type in Jarian Green official, Jarian Green, no E at the end, official, you'll see me pop up.
See it. Boom. Gotcha. What's your favorite platform?
Favorite platform? Spotify. Because that's just the one that if we include YouTube and all that stuff too.
Yeah. It's a platform.
Yeah. Okay, probably Instagram, because Instagram's really the one that I use the most. So I feel like I'm more engaged on Instagram too.
Yeah. Do you think it's because of the age?
Probably. Yeah.
There's something to say for that, right? People are, younger. That's a little bit more, what people are looking into.
Definitely.
So they got to, hit that. And what are some of the things that you're doing for your social media to help that out?
I actually got a media manager. Shout out Manifest Media.
Yeah. See how that we get to plug you right in
I'm
there for
telling you,
that.
I'm telling you. But yeah, she really handled all my stuff for me, and she do an amazing job.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's good. How many clips you guys put out daily?
Well, daily. Oh, we post 3 times a week, I think, right now.
Okay.
I've been told that there's like misinformation out there about like how many times you should actually post and stuff like that. I'm sure there's like no actual like number, but
Everything's
in my
different.
case,
Everything's different, and
exactly.
every genre's different. You know, it all depends on following people.
Yeah, most definitely.
Location,
Most
time.
definitely.
You know, what's 2 o'clock here ain't 2 o'clock in Las Vegas.
That's
you
very
know?
true.
So you know,
Yeah.
everything changes. So,
Yeah.
but the funny thing about it is you can never do too much. That's just my world. I just say you never do too much.
Absolutely.
You know, the more you can do, the more you can produce, the better it is.
Absolutely.
And you know what, you're doing all the right things. It sounds like you got a media crew. They're following you around. You're getting video. You're getting images. You're getting documentations, and that's what you want. People want to see the process, right? You're young. You know, to see somebody that was making beats in his car from just grabbing his phone to now all of a sudden you can go into a studio to maybe one day being in Madison Square Garden. That's a journey, man. That's a great process to see and to fulfill along the way.
Most definitely.
What about mistakes? What are some of the things that you made mistakes on that you know right now that you can go ahead and share with viewers so they don't make the same ones?
Like I already mentioned, first, not taking the business as seriously as you should. Like really dive into that, like for real.
What do you mean by that?
As far as like getting all your paperwork together, like knowing all the legal implementation,
Legal stuff.
legal stuff.
Legality. That's tough, man.
Yeah, that's why I got an amazing manager. Shout out Shatter Tillings. I got a great manager who done taught me a lot of stuff. So I'm just appreciative of it. But yeah, definitely get
you
on the
gotta be
business.
careful with managers too, though.
Oh,
the
absolutely.
managers will get you as well.
Oh yeah, I've had bad managers too.
You know what I'm saying?
I've had bad managers too. Cause man,
it's true though. It's true. There's some bad ones out there. Luckily, you don't have a bad one. So,
yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much the biggest thing for me.
What about traveling overseas?
Overseas? I've never been overseas.
No,
not yet.
So what about doing a gig? I mean, India, like there's big following over there for hip hop and stuff. Like there's different countries that maybe your music will hit a lot better than just here in the United States. Are you doing anything to get it out there and thinking about maybe even going over there to do some performances and stuff?
I've definitely thought about it, but at the current level that I'm at now, I can't my following over there isn't big enough yet, but I'm definitely going overseas.
Yeah.
Definitely world tour is coming.
I'm only saying that because a lot of people that get trapped in the U.S. Right?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
They sit there saying, listen, you know what music is played here. I mean, Michael Jackson, look what he did, worldwide. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's it started here, but you got the whole world.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And even though people may not like you here, they may love you somewhere else.
That's true.
Which is important and
That's
stuff.
true.
So
And I could always blow up over there first before I blow up over here. That is a good point.
And that's happened. And that's happened to a lot of artists along the way. So what about anything else that you're wanting to do? You mentioned about real estate. You want to use your music as a platform. Is there any other platforms that you used to that you kind of want to do and have part of some of your goals in life?
I've always considered myself to be a decent teacher. I can get better, but like I feel like I could teach at a decent level. And when I do make it to the quote unquote, I guess, success that people want to reach as far as the music industry goes, I want to be able to go back and like take people from A to B as far as like how to actually do the process. So I want to create a course for upcoming artists. You feel what I'm saying? That'll show you everything you need to know from A to B, from ground level to superstar.
Right.
And it'll have. I want to partner with like stuff like Udemy, where you can actually like go and learn about marketing, like strictly marketing, or go and learn about just recording or just the engineering. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
right.
It'll be a massive course. That's definitely something I want to do.
That's good. Had a guy on our podcast not too long ago as well, Kessler. We haven't put it out yet, but when it comes out, you should listen to that. He's a producer, has done some great, amazing things, but he's worked with a lot of students and stuff where now they've built programs, $105 million program to be exact.
Wow.
He's working on one right now. Actually, it's in Tennessee, in fact.
Okay.
And it's for kids that want to get involved in music, get involved with producing and doing some of the other things that, kids don't have the ability or wouldn't have the opportunity to do while they're in school. So instead of going to science class or history class, boom, they can actually go to a music class and learn how to make a beat or be a producer of at the recording studio.
Definitely.
And now they're getting these kids are getting their names on some A-list players' albums and stuff because of that. Because like you said with the split sheets, they're getting a little split because they're helping with the production stuff. So I thought it's pretty cool to be able to give back and do those types of things as well.
Definitely.
So it's fun to know that. Music is so worldwide. Do you ever get nervous that, you know what, there's too much of it? Your competition's too crazy?
Never. Because me personally, I don't know about anybody else, but like I said, me personally, I'm always looking for new music. Like there's never enough music. Like once an artist drops an album, I listen to the whole album a few times. After that, I'm like, next one. I need the next one. Like where it's at. So I definitely don't feel like there's too much music. And I feel like music is always evolving. So it's always gonna be a new sound. It's always gonna be a new way people deliver music. So yeah.
Now you got some new stuff coming out soon, right? Tell us a little bit about what you got dropping. What's going on?
I got a song and a video called 1982 dropping on May 7th. The song will be out on all platforms. The video will be out on YouTube. Shout out Will Shoots. My guy Will Shoots shot the video. Dope guy, you know what I'm saying? That's my dog. Been my dog for a couple years now. And we just making some major moves.
That's good. Tell us about the name, the title. Where'd you come up with that? What's the meaning behind it?
1982.
Yeah.
When you listen to the song,
you weren't born then, right?
Nah. I'm a 2001 baby. All right. But 1982 is really just like a song about wanting to be in love like how it was in the old days. Because nowadays love is kind of it's risky to for lack of a better term. But back in the old day, I'm trying to have something that lasts 20, 30, 40 years, like my grandparents type of love. So 1982 is just a date.
Don't go for less. Don't say 20 or go to 50.
Yeah.
50 years.
50 years, most definitely.
Man,
till we perish.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
For sure.
That's right.
For sure.
So that was the inspiration of it all. That's good. So you got that old soul to you. Where does that come from, man? Because not every kid's like that.
I'm gonna say
Everybody
probably
gets caught
my
up
mom.
into the now.
Yeah.
Nobody goes back in time, especially before you're born, and say, man, that old days, man, that's the way I want it to be. Because I miss them myself. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Definitely.
Because families don't have what we did back in the old days. And I remember growing up, we had dinner 5:30. Mom, dad were there. We waited till we had to sit down as a family and eat. You weren't on the telephones. We didn't have cell phones. Today you can't. You sit down you see a family, they're sitting there like this on their phones the whole time.
Yep.
They're not even talking. They're not even hanging out.
Milking their mind away.
Yeah, exactly. So write a song about that, man.
Man, look, hey, you just gave me an idea.
There you go. Put it out.
I'm gonna make sure I shout you out in the
Yeah,
song.
there you go. Give me that 1% split.
Oh yeah, I got you for sure.
That's cool. Talk a little about the video, man, that Will shot. So where was the video taken? Where's it at?
Let me see. We shot this video. I want to say we shot this video in March. We shot it in Nashville around because Will stays in Nashville, so I was just like, I'm gonna come up there to your city. We're gonna go find some nice spots and we just gonna shoot the video. You know what I'm saying? Like normally whenever I'm getting into more of like the directing side of the videos, but normally in the past when we've shot videos, we just go out, pick a nice location, make sure the scene's good, make sure everything lined up, and we shoot it and we just go. Gotcha.
So if you could have a feature with somebody, who would be your choice? Like who would be your top 3 if you could do a feature with? Yeah.
I'm probably okay. I don't even care. Justin Bieber, for sure. I'm a Justin Bieber fan.
All right.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
That's okay. You don't have to lie.
I like singers.
What's wrong? Be proud of that. I like me a little Justin.
Hey, not Justin Bieber tough. Justin Bieber tough.
He's fly.
But yeah, definitely Justin. I like singers, so I definitely want to do a song like Take McCrae. I don't know if you know who that is. And honestly, probably like Lil Baby.
Yeah.
Because he definitely somebody I look up to say, as far as like his mindset goes, at least in today's age. Like he's definitely evolved a lot. So I look up to that.
Gotcha. What about producer-wise?
Producer-wise, definitely got to hit like the big names like DJ Khaled. Definitely got to, I'm sure, I'm not like much of a trap rapper or nothing like that, but like, I'm sure Metro Boomin got some like, you feel me? I definitely feel like he got some heat for me.
Okay.
And oh no, them probably like the main 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, them probably like the main 2.
That's good. Now, I noticed you didn't mention any females. Are you a little bit more reserved with doing a feature with a female?
No, Tate McCrae is a female.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Tate McCrae is a
I
female.
missed that. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, she's the only female.
Okay, gotcha. What about J-Lo? Would you do something with J-Lo?
I don't really listen to J-Lo, believe it or not.
I know, but would you do something with her? That's
yeah, of course. Oh, absolutely.
I'm just wondering.
I'll work with anybody who's trying to work.
Rihanna, Beyonce.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Any of them?
I'm a Rihanna fan. I like Rihanna.
Yeah,
her music tough. So yeah, I definitely do something with Rihanna.
Now, what makes you different than everything else out there when it comes to your music?
When it comes to my music, I mean,
feel like listeners, why should they go ahead and tune in? Why should they listen to your music? What are they going to get?
I feel like my music can bring emotion out of you. Like nowadays, a lot of music that's being made is just hard, like head bop. But like I feel like my music is real, it's authentic, It's something that people can get behind. I feel like it'll stand the test of time. And I feel like anybody who feels anything could relate to my music.
Yeah.
Because everybody has emotions. Everybody experiences the same emotions. And I'm just putting my version of my emotions on the song.
I like it. That's nice. That's good. Good stuff. Well, there you go, folks. Make sure you follow this guy, okay? Make sure you log in. We're going to click up here. Look at my finger. I'm sure we're going to post it all right up here, how to follow this guy and all of his music and stuff. I am going to ask one other thing. Mm-hmm. What's plan B, man?
Plan B?
What's plan B?
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't have a plan B. Like, it is this or nothing.
Bam. That's what I was waiting for. Plan B is don't fuck up plan A. That's it in a nutshell. And as your boy Wham Bam always says, baby, if your life was a movie, would it be worth watching? And if the answer is no, then stop being ordinary and start being extraordinary. Till next Wednesday, baby, I'm your boy Wham Bam. Stay positive and keep testing negative. And I'm out.